This whole project began in 2021 when I received a message from my friend saying that there is a huge field of sunflowers that couldn't be mown because of the flood, a high water level that didn't allow the farmer to harvest the sunflowers. So when the winter came, this whole field of sunflowers turned out to be a great place for many birds because seeds in sunflowers attracted many birds. It was like a huge bird feeder. And I was amazed by how many birds are visiting this place. There were bramblings, greenfinches, goldfinches, and many other species of passerine birds, but also those passerine birds attracted many predators. There were hawks, falcons, eagles, even hen harriers, which are quite rare in Poland. So when I saw all those birds, I didn't really know where to start from because I wanted to photograph everything. So it was really hard to focus on one species. But I decided to focus on bramblings as they were the most numerous species in the field. Bramblings are very special birds for me because I don't often get the chance to see them. They are very colorful. They are orange, black, and their vivid plumage seems almost unpractical because, you know, they may be seen by a predator very easily, which is not good for them. But when I saw them feeding on the seeds of sunflowers, they just disappeared because their plumage was perfectly blending with the dried flowers, dried leaves on sunflowers. So it turned out that those colors were perfectly made to blend in such surroundings. Every time I saw a predator trying to catch a passerine, I was amazed by how many birds there are actually in the field, because when they were sitting and foraging on the ground, I could see just a bunch of them. But when they all took off, the whole sky got darker, and it was amazing. I was amazed by all those sounds, all the commotion in the area. I've never seen anything similar like that. One day, when I arrived at the field of sunflowers, I spotted something different, a bird that was different from any other I saw. And it turned out that it was a melanistic goldfinch, but unfortunately, a few hours later, I saw a peregrine falcon hunting, and all the birds took off, including the white individual. And unfortunately, the falcon caught the white one. It was so sad because that was like a gem, like the only white bird in the whole field. But from the other side, it shows how much it's important in nature to blend together and not to stand out. Over time, I discovered that this place gives a lot of opportunities for an interesting approach. So I switched from my telephoto lens to my wide-angle lens. And I tried to document some of those behaviors, but from the angle of the actual bird sitting on the ground. So I put my wide-angle lens with my camera on the ground. I masked it with the dried sunflowers, and I just moved away with the remote trigger in my hand. And I waited and waited. And after some time, a falcon scared all the birds. And the birds just flew exactly towards my lens. But there was a slight problem. I didn't have the live view, so I had no idea how the frame is gonna look like. I was just blindly pressing the trigger, hoping for the best. And the birds were all around my camera, and they were foraging. They were even jumping on my camera. And one of the birds sat inside my lens hood. But when I checked the pictures, it turned out that this bird soiled all the glass from the lens with the sunflower seeds. So it turned out that only first, let's say, 20-30 photos were sharp and good, but all the 1700 other photos were not sharp and blurry. But yes, I still got my nice photos, and I'm very thankful that the birds allowed me to take them. Maybe it would be good to leave some of the unmown sunflowers field in future, especially now where the planet is so damaged, because even a small gesture for nature is very beneficial. And what I observed, such sunflowers field brings back a lot of life to this area, and it's perfect for nature.